What up? It's me again, podcast part 2. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. There's people down the street who are playing music really loudly, and I wish I was as confident as them to just play whatever I want, whenever I want, at whatever volume I want. I shouldn't care anymore about anything. I don't care, but inside I do care. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to talk over the music playing down the street. But you know, it's a free country. Free. Today, we are going to be talking about frequencies in music, because this has also been bothering me. Because I've seen some things and I've heard some things, and it confuses me and it concerns me, and I don't know what to do. So I'm going to ramble about it a little bit here. Awful April, bad videos all month. Yes, frequencies. I'm not gonna get into what frequencies are. I'm a music channel. I'm a musician. I produce. I mix. I know what frequencies are, and I could assume that you probably are watching this because you know who I am already, and you know what frequencies are too, right? But every once in a while, you see things, and I've talked about this before in my classic video, the using plugins dangerously, where there are people who believe that certain frequencies have access to chakras, or that they can heal parts of you, this or that, you know? And then there's, of course, there's the whole 440, 432, right? We're not going to get into that, but we're also going to get into that, right? First off, when people try to tune music, say to 432, it doesn't really mean any, well, it does. Okay, so concert standard A is 440 hertz, but if we consider the A to be 432, then everything is tuned down to 8 hertz. Of course, makes sense, I get it. But what point am I trying to make? I'm hearing the music. I'm getting off track. It doesn't really mean, well, I guess a different way to say, I'm just going to show you. This is what new agey types believe 432 hertz sounds like, right? Oh, this is live even. Do you feel it? But this is what 432 actually sounds like. Now let's see if this harmonizes at all with this live stream going on here. It's not really syncing up with me. Actually, this would be a fun experiment. Does 440, perfect 440, does that harmonize with it? We'll get to the Stanley Brown clip. Okay, that synced up a lot better than, hold on, let me see. Let me check that chord. It still sounds off. So I figured, you know, this is all pseudoscience malarkey. Who cares? I'm not gonna worry about it. Get on with my day. You know, if you look at my voice, we can look at my voice right now. That's me speaking. Every frequency is in there. This is a whole range. Every time I speak, all of these frequencies are occurring, right? So 432 is in my voice every time I talk. I'm healing you every time you listen to me. But so I was gonna throw this whole theory away, whatever, who cares? And then I started seeing some things. And I was like, okay, this doesn't help the cause, but let me show you. I was never a big Triple X fan. He has a couple tracks, but he's noticeably been speaking about, or was back in the day, speaking about these sorts of things. Let me just run this short real quick.
What is the point of music? It's not always to have fun. It's not always to have fun. Sometimes it's to help people find themselves, because music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? At 15 years old, I was doing sound engineering. So I was playing with frequency. I was playing with equalizers.
I like the way he speaks. I like the idea of calling myself a sound engineer because I've played with an equalizer before.
I figured out that hertz is to understand the frequency vibration, right? There's hertz, kilohertz, megahertz. If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, and I can literally, like, if I want you to astral project, or if I want you to go to sleep, or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
But I just wonder when, if you, let me see. Okay, yeah, here's this video. I've seen this a little while ago by Oliver. But yeah, I just skipped ahead. But he he shows a frequency and then he plays a song and asks if you can hear the frequency in the song, and it's like, let's see.
It's the easiest one to catch, all right? But you're gonna be looking out for this sound right here. And yes, just look out for that. I'm gonna play the song.
I love this song, I'm not gonna lie. Switch it sides.
Carry on, right? This is a
But yeah, it was not tuned like that. So again, I discarded this theory. But then I heard something really strange from a reputable source. One of my favorite artists said this in the middle of one of these podcast episodes of his. Let me just play it for you.
Reversible, actually.
He's talking about a movie called Irreversible, which I believe the soundtrack was done by one of the Daft Punk guys. Let me double check that. Yes, Thomas Bangalter. One of the Daft Punk guys did the soundtrack to this movie he's talking about, and he's talking about the soundtrack for this movie Irreversible.
Reversible, actually, if you guys didn't know, Irreversible, the actual, like, the what you call it, the soundtrack, the soundscape in the movie and shit. That's where I got a lot of that's how I got the frequencies to mix Die Like a Rock Star.
What is he talking about? What do you mean? I'll never forget the first time I listened to Danny Brown. This was like 2012, maybe? No, it was later than that. It was like 2013. That's not that much farther, but it was Old was his newest thing. And I was like, let me see what this Danny Brown's all about. I've been seeing Triple X around a lot. I put on Triple X. It starts with the song Triple X, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then Die Like a Rockstar starts. I ran that track back maybe 15 times before I got to Pac Blood. I couldn't get enough of that track. I was like, okay. That's one of my all-time favorite songs, period. So what is Danny Brown talking about here? The frequencies to mix Die Like a Rockstar? What is he talking?
Like the what you call it, the soundtrack, the soundscape in the movie and shit. That's where I got a lot of that's how I got the frequencies to mix Die Like a Rock Star. So that should give you your fucking whole shit right there.
Oh, hey, bro.
See, and then he says that should get, I don't want his face on my, I know who he is. I don't want him here. Why? So it brings up several questions. This was before Danny got sober, so he might not be all the way there. Or at least I think this was before he got sober. But what the frequencies to mix Die Like a Rockstar? What is he talking about? Last I checked, Danny Brown doesn't mix. He doesn't. Or at least he didn't produce Die Like a Rockstar. That was a Skywalker beat, right? Was it? But I don't know. What is he talking about? Yeah, that's the Skywalker beat. Shout out Skywalker. We need more Skywalker beats. But I've been troubled by this. Like, what do you mean the frequencies? Why would he? It's such a specific word to use. He said frequencies and he said mix. And I've never ever heard before or since this heard him talk about mixing, like himself personally, him making like mixing decisions like that. So what? Again, like I said, if I die, well, I guess they would have killed Danny too. But if I die, I'm onto something. I don't want to start adding random frequencies in my songs. What am I supposed to do now? So we're changing my name and we're gonna start putting the healing frequencies. We're gonna figure out the most addictive frequency. We're gonna figure out what frequency he used, because this song, Die Like a Rockstar, got me addicted. So we're gonna figure out that frequency and we're gonna apply it to all my music, and I'm gonna blow up, and that's gonna be that. And I'm gonna change my name. So yeah. Kyle Landon podcast number 2 done. And I almost forgot to talk about this. I would have kicked myself in the throat if I forgot to include this. And I've had this in the notes for a long time, but I saw this meme. Everyone's probably seen this meme before, and I've looked through the replies. I've looked through the quote tweets. I've not seen a single person mention this, but subwoofer warning, headphone warning. This is a big meme that blew up for a little bit. Look, these are some crazy numbers down here. I bookmarked it, you can see. But just watch when women go to sleep first. Watch and listen. Aww. I don't approve of wearing sunglasses to sleep on your forehead. But yeah, if you noticed, there is a huge rumbling sub bass going throughout the entire clip. And it's unbearable. It's so loud. And nobody has mentioned it. Nobody is talking about it. Like, I guess, yeah, everyone's probably watching this on their phone, but it almost makes me wonder, like, is this the meme frequency? Is this the go viral frequency? Do I got to put this in all my videos? Like, what? I'm gonna figure out what frequency this is right now. Watch. It's like a 48, 50 something hertz, but like, first off, it makes me wonder, how did that happen? If that was an accident, how could an accident like this even happen? But also, like, what's going on? Why? Just, I don't know. I'm gonna go warm up some chicken legs.
Blee Blee? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was so worried.
I don't know what I would have done without you. What's wrong? These are fresh wounds y'all are grabbing.
Oh, all right, I'm tired of this reverb on my voice. Let's get out of here.